Oops, I did it again. I deleted a model. I forgot to back up. Okay, we'll stop there, but anyway, welcome in. Sorry that was different. Um, Back here, you might remember in our recent tutorials, if you happen to see this one on game loops, I did delete our gun, the projectile launcher. But we've had a request in the comment section to build a game utilizing that and the game loop, and we need to bring it back. And I also want to do a follow-up on the gun at some point. So if we go to our backups from this drop-down, we can see our backups. And I didn't make a backup, of course, but we can see the backups here. Now there should be a way to create a backup. It's probably in the same drop-down. So let's go and save this backup and call it game loop only. There we go. And save. And now we've got a save point that we can come back to. So we want to go grab the gun that we developed. So if we go into our backups again, we can look at the dates and see July 8th, July 8th. It would have been the day before. Or I guess I filmed them the same day. You can see 9:57 a.m., 11:27 a.m. So 11:27 a.m. is probably right after I deleted it. We'll check real quick, and then we'll go to 9:57. So we'll hit restore. And I'm assuming we might lose a little bit of detail. That does happen. I also named the world finally using that same drop-down. There's a name world, which is great. Almost done. And for reference, this video is just on how to use the backup system. So you've seen how we can save a backup. We're now restoring from a backup. We can see in this restored backup that we have absolutely nothing. This is right after we deleted it. So unfortunately, we lost in this one. And I'm assuming we're going to have lost a little bit because these are auto backups. They're not like our backup that we made to know like a restore point. So we're going to go to 9:57, which might have lost a little bit of the code in the projectile launcher, and that will need to be repaired. That's typically what happens to me if I'm doing a backup like this. And it's usually not too hard to fix code. It's typically only a few minutes. If you're really worst case scenario, you might lose 15 or 20 minutes of work. I think the auto backups are every 30 minutes. But hopefully you're A-okay. And there's the gun. There's the NPC to shoot. I think this is actually pretty well done. We can see we have our NPC in here. You can see we've got our handheld launcher, and if we look on this here, we can see it's set for pistol mode, speed of 60. I think it is good to go. We'll go quickly look at the script to make sure the script is set up correctly, open an external editor, and that to me will be just about there. Let's collapse this, and we can see, I'm going to shrink this down by using Control minus. You can use Control plus to make it bigger. And we can see we got the launcher gizmo reference, the speed reference. We're connecting the index down event to the index down event. We are connecting the launcher hit to the local launcher hit. And on index down, we launched the projectile, and on hit, we logged the player name. That's perfect. All of that is exactly as intended. So it looks like we didn't lose anything. That's fantastic. These saves might actually be better than they used to be because that is so good. And we'll just test it real quick to make sure everything works as we intend. World simulation on, grab the gun, press fire, and I didn't click on console. There we go, and we can see the NPC name did hit, and I have to right-click to point forward. So a little bit more work needs to be done to make this gun much more mobile compatible, but so far so good. Now to bring this to our new world, we're going to select the item we want to bring, which is the handheld launcher. We're going to right-click, create asset. We're going to call this the handheld launcher. Go and press create. It should just take a second. And now that that is done, if we go to our backups, we might want to save this backup just so we have it. So let's create a save point of this as well, which we'll call just the launcher. Launcher, and save. And now we can go to our game loop by clicking backups and click restore game loop only and restore. And now we'll go back in. And just about like that, it's pretty straightforward. So hopefully that helps if you ever lose something and you need a backup to restore it. And if you haven't used the asset library, that's what we're going to do next. Just go into our assets. So we'll click on My Assets. There it is. And here's our handheld launcher. Let's close out of this. And now we can pull that out. You know, I did see there was a new AI that came out today. I'm kind of curious to go check it out. Although I might need to save that for a different video. All right, so we moved the gun to 0, 0. I'm going to move it up by 1, and I'm going to move it forward by 1. Let's go the other direction. 0 and 2. There we go. So you spawn into the world. You can grab that projectile launcher, and we should be able to shoot that. If we look at the scripts, we should now see our gun script. Handheld launcher entity has entered the world as we pulled out the script, this item which had the script attached. Note that if the script was not attached, you can go into your scripts, like for these data files, you'd have to click 3 dots, spawn new gizmo. I have had some weird issues with that recently. So sometimes you might just need to go to 3 dots, open scripts folder in Explorer, and like copy these scripts and save them to your desktop, like Control-C, Control-V to paste, and then drag them back into this later version. But now that we have this, let's test it out, and then we'll create one final save of our current save point. Grabbing the gun, shooting our NPC, remembering that I need to click console to see it, and we can see other player was shot. We still got our other notes happening on the server from previous time, but yep, we can see other player. Fantastic. Very cool. And go ahead and world simulation off. Clear. And finally, we'll finish this off by saving one more backup. And so it's a good reminder that this backup thing exists and you can utilize it. So feel free to use that to create save points. Although it is auto-saving, as we saw, that was super useful. And so this is the game loop and first launcher. And save. Fantastic. All right, so that just about wraps us up for today. If you have any other questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. Thanks so much for checking this out, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!